if you're, we've all heard, seen the headlines, right? I think Spotify's CEO is leading this charge here about if you're not using AI in your job, you're going to be fired. Like everybody's having to produce reports on just making sure they're staying up with productivity tools, which AI is a very modern productivity tool, right? It's our current day printing press, assembly line, take any of the leaps in productivity when deployed well. This is your answer if somebody's like, hey, how are we using AI to better automate and make better decisions and do our jobs better. When you launch this tool, it's on happycabbage.ai. That domain name, is earning its .ai here with the things that we're talking about. Like we're deploying real AI in that business specific, not just a ChatGPT. We loaded all your data in here. It's like, how can we optimize your inventory? How can we automated ordering? How can we deploy AI to get you to accurate automated ordering? There are a lot of tools that are surfacing. You are low on this SKU, please order it. If you order every one of those suggestions that are being surfaced at a SKU level, I am confident and I promise you, you will be overstocked. We have looked at this data. We have gone round and round. We have asked ourselves endlessly, are we overcomplicating how we're looking at inventory? And the answer is no. If you are not predicting orders at a SKU group level, you will be overstocked. If you are just ordering as things run low, SKU by SKU, you will be overstocked. If you're using a tool that is suggesting orders SKU by SKU like that, you will be overstocked. This is where we're deploying AI to solve that problem, not so we can have a whizzy little square that's like, you're low on Blue Dream, order it. And so we can tell you what to order so that you don't hit those aging buckets, so that you don't have dollars in overstock, so that you are stocking perfectly to demand. And so those buckets are filling up without overflowing and then coming down and then filling up and coming down. It's where you want to be in that inventory turnover.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So
so
that's coming
that,
soon. Automated SKU
yeah.
groups coming
So
soon. Real
that
AI.
basically, I mean, we might, there's a time very soon where, as a retail cannabis buyer, you can spend your time instead of going line by line in Excel and exporting and checking and saying this is wrong and redoing your formulas. You can be talking to the vendors. You can be talking to the brands. You can be figuring out how to get better margins. You can be actually assessing your menu planning and your long-term menu health. You can be making sure that discounts aren't driving your entire store into the ground, right? That is the vision that we're really bringing here. And the way that we're doing it is not necessarily adding more things you need to do, but we're actually taking things away so that the most important and impactful parts of your job, which is the financial viability of the stores, not a single product that is sold at a store can be sold at a store without a cannabis retail buyer deciding that that product is sold at the store, and the store cannot make a single dollar of money without products being sold at the store. Right.
And
So,
if you look, back through some of the success metrics we shared, dropping days on hand by 10 plus days, putting 150 grand back in the bank account, right? Reducing SKUs by 10%. Those stats are competitive advantage, competitive differentiators. If you're not doing that, somebody down the street is, and they're going to outperform and they're going to survive. We all know this isn't the time to talk about how tough cannabis is, right? Like we're pushing 10 plus years in this, doing these things. Like a lot of you are, even deeper than that. We're all here with the same goals. To Andrew's point, the success of your business is driven by getting these things right, by having the attention to detail at all of these levels. And especially when you go from one store to two stores, 3 stores to 10 stores, you cannot deploy humans to do it well. you're going to have a buyer at one store do it differently than a buyer at another store. That consistent ordering, that accurate ordering, those human biases are going to creep in, and those human biases are going to have a cost. And that's nothing against the buyers. We all have them. We have to make data-driven approaches, and none of us have the time to do the things we're letting the computers do here. So it's not about replacing humans. It is about giving that time back for community, for making those relationships with the brands, for better margins with the brands, for deciding who to carry, who stays, who goes, for putting a better, awareness around what's going on in the stores and sharing that and collaborating around it. But it's a competitive advantage. It may be the definition of whether that store survives or not. That 10% is payroll. That will be, can I leave the lights on for another day? Do I have to go back and go try to find, loan shark terms at 17% to borrow debt to keep this going? That debt's sitting in your vault. It's sitting in overstocked inventory. We can tell you where it is. We can tell you how to reduce it, and we can tell you how to avoid taking it on in the future.
Yeah. Cool. So, thanks. I think we're at time here. We flashed up a couple stuff of just some more coming soon things, but really that thing that is coming soon is working towards this automated ordering functionality. So, and again, we have a 14-day free trial. So if you don't believe anything we're saying, try it out. No risk-free, no cost. Again, just launched on FlowHub. So available that, also available to all Dutchy, Trees, Blaze, and Meadow customers out there. Try it or you won't believe it. That's all I say. It's some future shit that we got going on here. So cool. And then also folks are always wondering, well, then how much does all this cost? We've also simplified our pricing to something very basic, straightforward. Average store is getting $150,000 in free cash flow and is spending about $200 a month with us. So thank you all.